Sorry about the dog. I don't know if that's showing up on stream or not. Let me go ahead. Let me make a quick adjustment here. I noticed it's not catching the audio very well, or the music. Let's turn that up just a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Cool. I'm also going to turn this up. I feel like my audio is a little bit screwy. I'm not really sure what I did, but let's see if that works a little better. Cool. All right. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, hold on. My camera's a little wonky. Hold on. All right, there we go. That's better. Is much better. All right. It's still a little crooked. You know what? This will do. I don't want to spend the entire stream playing around with this camera until it's absolutely perfect. All right. So, hello to anybody who is currently in the stream. I don't know if we have anybody, but if there is, hello. So, before I get started, two very exciting things. So first off, starting next week, next Friday, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be making development builds that I've been putting together available on itch.io. That's going to be starting next Friday. It's going to be completely free if you guys want to. There will still be a donation button if you guys want to support Altiverse and the development of Altiverse, but not a requirement, of course, to download it from itch. And that's going to be for the development portion of this game. I'm probably only going to be doing the first level, maybe two, for those builds on itch. I'll be uploading it for the Quest, Linux, and PC. I almost said macOS, but I don't think macOS supports VR. So I'll be uploading builds for Quest, Linux, and Windows for anybody who wants to give it a shot. It's not going to be completely polished yet because obviously this is still in development. There's not going to be all the models are going to be in. There's still going to be plenty of bugs, things like that. I think I've managed to work out most of the bugs. There's one, maybe two that I'm aware of still. I'm going to try and work out before I start uploading those on itch. But most I am. But as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen a whole lot of other issues, and that's part of why I also want to make the development builds available too. Partially because I'm sure there's some people who want to see the development of Altiverse while it's all happening, and so I think this would just be a fun way to do that. And also partially because I personally think it would be useful to have feedback from actual players as well. See how things work, because I know there are a few things that'll probably need some balancing. There's probably a few things that need a little bit of adjustments, all that kind of stuff. And there's a couple, there's like one very serious thing that needs to happen before we can upload, or before I can start uploading that. Other than that, I have been having issues packaging for Windows, but that might be an issue with that computer. I'll figure that out. And I'll talk about the other issue that we're running into, because that's what we're going to be taking care of today. The other thing, the other reason I'm doing this is because all of the basic mechanics are just about completely done. So aside from a little bit of polishing, a little bit of perfecting, everything is basically ready to go. After this point, it's basically going to be, right now we only have one AI type, one enemy type that dies in one hit. I'll see if I can't get like a small hill system going before then, and the ragdoll system as well, which should both be functional. But basically after this point, I need to start putting together more enemy types. I need to start building up other levels. I need to start getting proper meshes into the game. I need to start getting sounds, animations, basically all of the nice, clean stuff. And there may also need to be a little bit of adjustment to a few mechanics as well. One of them being the dungeon generator. So, yeah. I think I covered everything that I wanted to before we jumped right into it. So, with that, let's go ahead and start playing around with some of this. So, the big thing we're going to be focusing on is the dungeon generator. The dungeon generator, oh man. So, I haven't streamed for like a week or two, I think. Part of the reason is because of this dungeon generator right here. So I did have to go back and make a 6th version of the dungeon generator. This one is way, 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 way simplified to the ones that I had before. But I was not able to optimize the previous ones to the point where it would run well on the Quest 2, which is why I came up with this one. And I believe a part of the reason for that is actually, I'm not entirely sure, but I think instant stack meshes may not work well on mobile. I'm not entirely sure about that, but anyways, so this is basically what I've come up with. So this is the room, just the floor and ceiling at the moment. So the way that this works is I'm going to have a lot of different rooms with various different predetermined sizes. This one is currently the 10 by 10. I'm still like dividing it into units, so it's 10 of these for each unit. I might actually end up expanding the units a bit to be like a 200 by 200 grid minimum, because this seems a bit small. But yeah, so right now we only have the one size in. So if I go ahead and pop in, ooh, there we go. So if I go and pop in, ignore all the debug lines and everything. I just never disabled that. It's not visible in-game or anything like that. I had it there more for my sake. Believe me, all this does make sense to me. Oh, wow, there were a lot of corridors that connected on this one. So the way that this works, and the reason that there weren't any walls, so part of the big issues with the walls was trying to tile everything, right? So obviously I could get around the floor and ceiling. I could just scale it up and down. The only problem is that obviously those need to be flat because if you start scaling it up and down, then it just starts looking weird. And so I started with that. Still was not optimized enough. I was still running into like serious performance issues on the Quest 2. So I came across, I came up with this second version where the walls themselves are actually scaled out as well, which is why this one actually goes beyond the bounds. I haven't set limits on them yet, so it just scales out to a certain point, wherever the end of the line trace is. And so, yeah, so basically the way that this works, on the corner of each room, after all the rooms are generated, it'll basically extend out. If it doesn't hit anything, it'll basically extend out and scale up to take up the whole wall. If it doesn't, then it'll hit a corridor, stop at that point, so there's like no wall here. Then the corridor will spawn another one on its other side and extend on until it either hits another corridor or doesn't hit anything at all. And it just keeps doing that on and on and on and on. Now, there are a few issues with this version. I'm going to try and see if I can't figure out. And part of that is, let me see real quick. Hold on. Room. So let's see here. This one. Hidden. This one. Oh, am I not able to set hidden in game? Okay. So I'll try and describe it then, because apparently it's not letting me show it. So basically though, when the wall here gets built by this corridor here, it actually will stop at this point because it ends up hitting this wall instead of going all the way to the corner. It doesn't happen a whole lot. I've only seen it like twice, but it's still a problem. So you basically end up with like a whole area that just has nothing there, which is obviously a big no-no, but that's kind of the only issue there. And then the reason you can't see anything else is I also did this for optimization purposes. It only shows what is absolutely necessary in the moment. And what I mean by that is the this is the starting room. This is where the player gets teleported to. So it's only going to show this room, and it's going to show all the corridors connected to it. Now, what I've also been trying to do is optimize the way it generates the other walls. And I think I may see just one issue, like the doors and stuff will have to be attached to the corridor, because obviously you'll be able to see that for a split second, which I'm trying to eliminate that altogether. So basically, once you enter into, say, this corridor, I think these two both hit the same room here. So once you enter into either these two corridors, this room and this room will both become visible, and all these corridors here will become invisible. So that way you can basically just walk right into this room, and it looks, and the idea is that's going to look like perfectly seamless once I get all this going correctly. Originally what I had going was it would get the current room, it would get all the rooms that it was connected to, and then show all these corridors and the rooms it was connected to. Was having a few performance hiccups once I started adding things into the room, which is what I'm doing right now and what we'll be doing during the stream. So basically that's why I had to simplify this down just a bit more. So that's why I'm now having it'll only show the rooms that are necessary in the moment and the corridors that are necessary in the moment. Yeah, obviously it's almost perfect. I just need to attach the doors to the corridor, and then I probably also need to attach these posts to the corridors instead of the room, which might be a bit of a problem. But we'll see what we can do with that. Actually, no, it might not be a problem. I might actually have a solution for that, but that might require different models. Yeah, so, but this is working really well. I'm getting like a pretty solid 72 FPS. The only time I'm not is when I'm looking in this direction, because I've got this stuff going on up here. And so, yeah, that's basically what we're working on. Now, for the interior stuff, because the interior stuff is kind of the same way, I'm basically going to have predetermined interior layouts. And these layouts are going to be put into levels that are going to be randomly instanced into the world. And that is what we're going to be working on, because the only problem right now with this world is in the actual game world that I'm putting together, it's so dark you can't see a thing once you teleport into the into the dungeon, so you're basically blind once you enter. So we're going to be working on lighting here. So let's go ahead and work on some of this. So what I want to do is, let's see here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take our base room here. So our base room is basically the default template for everything. And I want to, let's go to internal management and spawn internal. Again, we're despawning everything inside when it's not necessary, just to make things easier. And what I want to do is I want to take our actor location. We're going to increase this. Okay, and we only really need to increase the Z. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take our ceiling height, divide that by 2. Now, this isn't perfectly optimized to be reusable, because some of this wasn't, or not optimized, this wasn't perfectly designed to be reusable. So I do need to go through and kind of modify some of these variables a bit. But yeah. While we're here, I also want to take, where is my levels? Levels, or not levels, I'm sorry, generator. Internal, and I need the internal room manager. I'm gonna make this invisible. I had that just as a quick test to make sure it would work. Hidden in game. I'm just gonna do that for now. I don't feel like removing it all together. I still want to be able to see it when I'm debugging and all that. And part of the reason too I'm spawning in as the player is some of the controls I had to actually put into the player, and that's going to be for later stuff. As well. So if I just go ahead and hit play here, there's a bit of a lag that I've noticed when everything is getting generated initially, which is a bit annoying, and that I can probably fix. Oh, that's right, it's hidden in game, huh? Am I looking at the game view? No, I'm not. Okay. So there's that. So that is off. So, oh, you know what though? It's probably because it's a child. That's fine. Yeah. So, let me actually remove this for a second. Oh, hello. I'm gonna remove this for a second. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so here's our, let me make sure I'm in the correct level here. The interior config. Perfect. All right, so what I want to do is we need torches around the walls. So what I'm thinking to do, part of the reason I moved this up is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line trace out in random rotations. And if we hit a wall, we're just going to put a torch there. That's going to be the starting version. Probably not the best version. I'm probably going to end up having it later on that this is going to be a special type of actor that's going to be pre-placed around the rooms, and if it finds that it's like up against a door or something, then it'll just despawn. But this will work for now. So let's see here. Begin play. Let's see, that can be deleted. Let's do here at the completed section. Okay. So here at the completed section. Actually, did I? Hold on. Hold on. I think this does need to be delayed. Hold on. Let's do this. Delay. It just needs to be by a fraction of a second. I don't like using these delays. I think I want to find a better way to do this. Maybe I can find a better way with dispatchers or something. Oh, you know what? I don't have any in the room anymore. You know, I'm going to leave the delay there just in case. Cool. So, in the internal room manager on completed, we'll do a for loop. Okay. Completed. We want to do between 1. Actually, let's say 0. Because I think that should still at the very least do it once. We do get stream random, random integer from stream. Let's do anywhere between 1 and 5. Perfect. That should do that. Let's see. And random. Actually, I don't need a random rotator. Let's just do a random float from stream. Random float in range from stream. There we go. So we'll do random 0 to 360. Make rotator. There's that. Forward vector. This will get multiplied. Let's see here. 2 integer. Let's do, I don't know, maybe 1,000. The rooms themselves are 1,000 by 1,000 units, so that should be more than enough. And we will get actor location. This gets added. Do a line trace by channel. There's our end. There's our start. I'm going to move the rest of this down just a bit. Perfect. Trace channel visibility, trace complex, actors to ignore. I'm just going to make sure it ignores self. It should ignore self anyways, but you never know. Go. I'll leave the debug off. I have enough debug lines going on as it is. Break. We'll do a branch. Okay. Get claps. Actually, no, let's get the component. Let's get the component we hit. Get class. Because actually, that's going to cause problems later on. Actually, no, I guess it wouldn't. Yeah, you know what? We'll just do get we'll just do get class of the hit component. Is child of, and I called that wall component a wall shutter. Wasn't sure what else to call it, so that's what I went with. Perfect. Get world's rotation, because that's what we're going to use in order to get the in order to set the rotation of the torch. And then what we want to do, we want to spawn actor from class. Okay. Let's just say that rotation there. We want to get the location here. Should work fine. Scale will be fine. And then I'm going to use, for the time being, I have here in the low poly. Actually, let me check. I found this awesome little low poly Viking world, which works really, really well, by the way. I really like this one. Let's see our props. I don't know if it has any torches in it. I don't recall seeing any, but let's have a look here. Cupboards, currency, fences, flags, foods, library, lights. Oh, lights. Ah, here we go. This looks nice. I mean, we got this little chandelier here. Actually, does it have any blueprints for that? It does have blueprints. Let's see. Ooh, perfect. Oh, this looks awesome. Let's do, where did it go? Oh, they have an actual torch too. Should I do the torch or should I find that other one? Can I find that other one? Oh yeah, there it is. Let me see these. I want to see both these real quick. Hold on. Also ignore that thing off to the left. That's for a later thing. Oh, cancel. Hold on. Oh, there is a huge spider up there. Oh, hold on. I saw something move out of the corner of my eye. Hold on. That is a big spider. I would usually try and just catch these and put these outside, but I'm actually kind of scared. Okay. Pretty sure I got it. Yeah, there it is. Hold on. Oh man. Dude, I used to carry Nerf guns. I don't carry them anymore. Ow. think we're all good. That was a big spider too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even lying when I said I don't usually get like extremely creeped out with critters, but that one did get me. It was like above me too, which is what freaked me out even more. Okay. All right, let's get into the persistent level here. Be watching like over my back for the rest of the stream now. All right. So that one looks pretty nice. Let's see this one. Yeah, no, I used to I used to have like a bunch of Nerf guns and stuff, and mostly because we used to do like a lot of parties in my family. And you know, I had like a lot of younger cousins and stuff, so we would have like large, big old Nerf battles throughout the house and things like that. But no, I got rid of them a couple of years ago. It's kind of tempting though. Maybe I should get one back. You know what? I even better. I carry a paintball. I have a paintball gun out in the garage. Maybe I should go grab that. I don't know if that has any air in it, but. Oh, man. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to get back on track now. So let's see. We got a few here. Some of these are kind of big, though. That one's actually got a really interesting design, though. Is that a mesh, or is that part of the light? How does that work? I think this is a... Yeah, that's part of the mesh, I think. Oh, I'm curious. It's actually really fascinating. I like that. So once you're inside, though, you can't see it. Okay, let's see. We got any other ones? I don't know. I think I'm still leaning towards either the torch or the little horn here. Maybe I can just have it choose them at random. What about this one? Is this meant to be like a wall hanging one? What is this? Oh no, this is just meant to like prop it up. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Hold on. Because I kind of like both of them. Let's see. Random array item from stream. Let's do this. I have an idea. Item. Here, make okay, and we'll kind of grab both of these. Okay, I guess it doesn't want me to. There's that one, and BP torch. There we go. Perfect. Let's see if that works. Oh, I think it worked. I think I see one on that wall there. Yeah, there we go. Why is this at a weird angle? It's a point light. I feel like that point light wasn't put down correctly. Okay, that works. I'm going to increase how many it spawns, though. I don't know I like it just spawning one. Let's see here. Let's do... Let's see, will this work? That one did not work. I wonder if they're hitting the doors too. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this instead. Hold on. Because this is kind of a dual-edged sword. I don't want to like increase the number of like line traces I'm doing. do this. Hold on. I just grabbed my whole window. Random integer in range from stream. Let's do this. Just as a simple solution for now, I'll have to think a little bit more about a better solution because I don't love this one, but this will work. Let's do 3. No, 2. And then let's do between like 2 and 5. I'm just gonna, there we go. Yeah, it only did 1 again. Let me see these line traces real quick. This has to be like just not working correctly. Let's do persistent. Okay, so it's only doing 1 for some reason. That is really weird. Hold on. Did I not set the stream correctly? Between 0 and 360. So it looks like it's basically going in the same direction all times, is what it kind of looks like to me. But I'm not entirely sure as to why. How about we do this? Hold on. Random rotator from stream. Let's go and include role. Let's do Z here. Let me see if this gives me like any different thing. Okay, that's at the very least working a little bit better, it looks like. I'm like just checking for spiders now. Okay, let's try launching this one more time real quick. Wait, is the level being randomized? This doesn't look like it's being randomized. Did I set that up incorrectly? You know what? I didn't set this up correctly. Oh, I'm so stupid. Hold on. Because I forgot the construction script only runs once. And the construction script is where I had the randomized stuff at the moment. I was trying to remember why I put it in the begin play instead of the randomize, or instead of the begin play. There we go, construction script. If I do this, it'll be randomized. I don't think this is a problem once it's a packaged game, because I think it like reconstructs it every time the level loads. But okay, that looks like it was kind of the same direction. And it was just, why is this going in the same direction now? What is going on here? Double check this. So yeah, we're generating the internal seed using a random stream. Oh wait, you know what? This is only being done once though. Okay, so this needs to be moved into the randomize as well. Okay, so let's do this then. So this needs to be done here. This needs to be done for each room. Actually, this needs to be done afterwards, after the stream is set. Hold on. I am going to put this, come here, right here. right in the middle here. Okay. I bet this will randomize it right here. Watch. Let's see. Same two directions. Okay, let's try again. And it's the same two directions again. Why is this not randomizing? This is so weird. Hold on. Let me check this real quick. You know what? I wonder if this needs to happen on begin play. Oh. Oh, that's right. I forgot I did all this. Okay. Hold on. So I might not be able to fully test this, but I understand why this is happening. So I set this up, okay? I have a reason for setting all this up, okay? So what all this does is it first off checks to see if there is a room nearby, because it's spawned from a different level, so I needed a way to see what room it's bound to. So it spawns at the same location, actually, as the room, which actually, now that I think about it, actually causes a problem. Hold on. Here. I can't add on to this. So this needs to happen here, and then in the internal room manager. This might actually fix things. Let me see. Construction. Where was I? I was in the event graph. I don't know why I got all confused. Plus 200. I'm just going to do a quick little placeholder here. But I think I understand why this is happening. I think it's going to spawn in the same location every time regardless. Yeah, it is. So the reason I'm willing to bet, which actually I bet I can prove right now. Hold on. I want this one. If I jump into the construction script, I bet what it's doing is it's loading up the save, because the idea that I had was, in order to keep things in the same place when you leave, since everything is getting despawned in the current room when you leave and then getting respawned if you come back, is it has to do the way I was planning on doing this was using save states. So basically I was going to save the current condition of each room under a different player number, by the way, so players couldn't interfere with this. And then if you ever came back, I was basically going to reload that save for that specific room and then rebuild that room. Now the problem is that this is the starting room, which means there is probably already a save there. So if I go ahead, yeah, so yeah, it's loading from the slot. So basically it's taking the same stream, which I'm currently using in order to place all the lights and everything, and so it's basically using the same exact stream every time, which is why it always goes in the same exact direction. So no matter what I do in the moment, there's nothing that's going to happen. So what I need to do is find a way to clear those saves. Let me see here. Save game to slot. Does delete game in slot. Async save game to slot. Well, there's this delete game in slot. Hold on, let me see. Destroy. On destroyed. Do I need to bind it? I thought there was an event on destroy. Okay, I guess there's not. Okay, so hold on. So we would need a bind event on destroy. And then end game. Is there one for assign on end play? Let me see. End play might actually be what I'm looking for. Let me have a look here. Engine end play. Overridable function called whenever this actor is being removed from a level. So I think I might want to use both. End play is triggered at the first stage of destroying an actor before it is marked as pending kill and before it is removed from the level actor array. Here we go. Actor life cycle. Perfect. I think this is what I want. So let's see. Life cycle breakdown. Play in editor. All actors are duplicated to a new world. Post duplicate. Initialize actors for play. And then route actor initialize, pre-initialize components, post-initialize components, and then it goes into begin play. Actor is ticking or stuff is happening in the application. Okay, and then here we go. Event called to event destroy called on actor, lifetime exceeded, level transition occurring, play in editor ending. Is the game ending? Is the application closing? Then we go into end play. Actor marked RF pending kill. Remove actor from U level array of actors. Next garbage. Then we do the destroy. Is ready for finish destroy. And then finish destroy. So deferred spawn coming to. Actors can be destroyed in a number of ways, but the way they end their existence is always the same. During gameplay, these are completely optional as many actors will not actually die during play. Destroy is called manually by game anytime an actor is removed to be is meant to be removed, but gameplay is still occurring. The actor is marked. Oh, thank you for that, Unreal. It's like constantly taking over everything that's happening. Several places to guarantee the life of the actor is coming to an end. During play, destroy will fire this. As well, level transitions. I mean, the other option too is I could also destroy it as soon as the the room is created too, because realistically, the it's going to create a new save anyways. So maybe I could do it at both times just to be safe. So let's do this. Because I'd much rather be a little bit redundant when it's not really necessary. So let's do this. We'll do on destroyed, we'll do on end play, and then we'll also do during begin play. So let's do this. Hold on. Create event. Create event. Okay, let's go ahead and put these ones both in the construction script. Actually, that needs to go. I'm going to leave that there in case I ever decide to bring that back, but just for now, let's see, we're going to create a matching event. Destroyed. Is that going to work or is that going to cause an issue? No, it's... Okay, yeah, it's not. Hold on. Control X. I think it does need to go into the event graph. Perfect. Create a matching function. Because I might need this stuff later anyways. So this might actually end up working out pretty nicely. Event graph, Control V. And can I actually bind another one to begin play? Bind event, begin. No, I guess I can't. Okay. Let's do this then. Let's do event graph. Actually, I can just call destroyed too. Just make it a little easier. Destroyed. Perfect. No, actually, just to keep it safe, we'll go and bring this up. Okay, get internal level name. That's going to go right in there. Do that. Actually, we'll do this as a sequence. So let's do sequence 0. And then we build everything. Actually, I'm going to skip over this string stuff because I don't need that anymore. I have way too many debugs. I have way too much debug stuff going on. There we go. Compile, save. Perfect. Okay, so now it should hopefully be all randomized. Ah, there's a different one. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Nice. Okay, now we're getting different ones. Awesome. Why? Oh, you know what? I think I know why. Hold on. I know exactly why. Hold on. Wall shutter. Lights. I'm putting all these ones on a different light channel so I can have more of them next to each other a little bit easier. Okay, so that should be all right. And then I actually need to open up these and make sure these are on a different light channel as well. That should work a little better. Hold on. Let me see. I can't tell if that's working well. Okay, it seems like it's working on these walls. It doesn't seem to be working on like the actual shutter walls. Let me double check this real quick. Hold on. Actually, I need to be in the base room. Let's see here. Event graph. Let's see. Here's where we spawn it. That's on 1, 1, 1, 1. So they are all on the correct level. Okay, let's do this then. Let me, because it could just be the world too. Let's go ahead and jump into the main worlds. See those. You guys see one right there. There we go. Okay, so it is working. It's just being a little weird. Actually, I wonder. Let me see. Okay, so I think first off it needs to be a little bit brighter. I think that's going to be the first thing that needs to happen. But at the very least, we're able to see something. Not blueprints. Generator, components. I need the wall shutter. Let me do this real quick. Just so it's a standard here. Okay. Set light channel. Can I set them both? Yeah, perfect. Makes things a little easier. Perfect. Then, I think we're going to have to play around with the lighting a bit. Hold on. Let's go and see these ones. Blueprints. So I think really what's needed is either some more lighting or we need it to kind of bounce a little bit more. Point light. Let's increase this attenuation radius a bit. Start there. Source radius, let's do a 20. Let me see, which one is this one? This one's the candle. Yes, let's do 20. I'm gonna increase this one just a bit. Let's do 30 here. Shadows, affects world, temperature, use temperature. I feel too like part of this is part of the problem with this is the fact that we're using the like fully rough materials. Which actually, by the way, I don't know if all these ones are rough. I hope that they are. Okay. It feels like this isn't like positioned correctly or something. Let's see this. Let's see this. Where is this? Yeah, this is kind of at a weird angle, actually. Let's see here. Let's do this real quick. Okay, and I'm also going to take this shadow. Let's have this not cast a shadow. Okay, I'm actually going to move this down just a bit. Could do 35 there. 37. I'm trying to get it as close as possible to the actual source. There we go. This is still acting all weird. Oh, you know what? The lighting channels are different for both of these. That's probably why. Hold on. Hold on. It's probably because this torch channel... No, it is on one. Why is it not showing then? Oh, no. I'm looking at the torch. Hold on. Channel... Yeah, that one is on a different channel. There we go. Oh, and you can actually see that's lighting up too. Perfect. That's a lot better. Okay. I'm also going to remove the shadow off of this one as well. Hopefully that'll help out a bit. Okay, that's looking a bit better. I still don't understand why this seems like it's at such a weird angle, though. Like, it doesn't look like it's, like, evenly lighting it up, you know? And I wonder if maybe that's, like, a material issue or something. Also, it's still way too dark in this room. Maybe what I need to do is add just like a little bit of light to the walls. Just to make it a little bit clearer to see. I also have no idea what's going on with this. Oh, wait. Too many overlapped shadow movable components. SM Lantern Blueprint 2. Hold on. Is that this one? No, that's a different one. Which one is this? No, it's talking about that one. Okay. Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of light to this material here. Or a little bit of, not exposure. What the heck is it called? Let's see here. Materials. Let's see, this is... Where's that? Level materials. Ceiling, floor, that's not it. Did I never move it away from here? I had one that I modified here somewhere. Construction, walls. I think it was this one. Yeah, it's this one. Hold on, I'm gonna move this real quick. Hold on. Just so I don't lose it. Materials. Move this into the level materials. Perfect. Let's see here. Brightness. Actually, let me have a look here. Make sure I actually have something for this. Okay, here we go. Emissive color. So let's do this. Let's do a vector parameter. Emissive. So we'll call this. And actually, I'm going to do a switch. Hold on. I think it's called switch. Yeah, here we go. Static switch parameter. I found this out. I found a developer. He has like a bunch of awesome material stuff. I love this. So let's do this. We'll do on true there. Emissive color. And what do I do for nothing? Do I do like another vector parameter maybe? Let's do this real quick. Okay, yeah, if that's just solid black, it looks like there's no emissiveness to that whatsoever. Do white. So if I do true. Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. Awesome. So I'll just add a little bit of emissiveness to this. Let's do... And then I also want to see if I can get the... I'm hoping it's not going to have too big of an impact on performance, but I'm going to see if I can add just like a little bit of like a shadow to that emissiveness as well. Let me see here. Because I think there's a way that you can have the emissive be a light source. Yeah, here we go. Emissive dynamic area light. Wait. These aren't static lights, are they? No, they're movable. I clicked on it. There it is. Okay. Then I completely forgot to change this. Let's see, param. Did I not rename that? I did not. That's why. There we go. There we go. Enable emissive. And then I want to take this emissive. You don't need to be so dark. I'm thinking maybe like 0.01. Because I just want very slight, like just enough that you can actually see what's going on around you. There we go. That's a lot better. I still don't know what's going on with this one. I'm going to disable this torch for now. Because at the very least, the other one provides some sort of light source. It's kind of annoying me, to be honest. I don't understand why that's happening. I need to look more into that. So we want the BP candle wall. There we go. I'm also really confused as to why the candle source is at a slight angle too. That one's really throwing me off. There we go. That's a lot better. Not perfect, but it is way, way better. You can at the very least see somewhat what's going on around you. Perfect. And then let's also check the optimization here. So let's start the shader complexity here. Oh, no. Okay, so do we have two materials on these? I can kind of see why this one's kind of screwing up. I'm not really sure what's going on with these ones. What one is this one using? Hold on. Let me also check too. Yeah, that's all red too. Okay. Let's start with this real quick. So let's see. We have the door and the walls that we're using. So, now everything is bright red. Where am I? Oh, it's because I'm back here. Yeah. I'm not worried about this for the time being. This is all going to change. This is just like some demo like level I put together. I took a lot of it out. Chimney there. I took a lot of it out, so like a lot of this is not quite what it was, and still not quite what it's going to be. Yeah, because there's going to be like other things going on here too, so I want like different rooms for different things. So, anyways, let's check the base room real quick. Actually, let's check the wall shutter, because all this is going to be in the wall shutter. So I think part of this is the atlas. I think the atlas may be what's being used for the walls. So just for the time being, just to make this simple, I'm going to do this. Let's take this. I'm going to make this rough. Let me just make sure that this is, in fact, the one that we're using here. If this is, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the atlas. This might actually fix a lot of my problems, because I'm betting most of the wood is using this atlas. So if I can just transfer that over to the master material I'm using, that'll probably be way better. I set up the master material because I wanted to make sure I had a constant outline too. So I want to make sure that I'm using that for most, if not everything. Oh, yeah, that looks way better. Let me see. Yeah, that's what the issue was. So it's the atlas. Oh, and that fixed that too. Awesome. Perfectly. All right, let's do... Also, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure the quads are all good, but yeah, it's looking great. Oh, yeah. This is looking great. Yeah. I do also need to set this up in an alternate level, I think. And what I want to do is have it, because this is right now the persistent level, I think. Yeah, it's the persistent level. So what I think I also want to do, set all this up in an alternative level. So that way, once the player teleports over, because once they teleport over, they're not coming back here. This is done. So I'm basically going to put this in an alternate level. I'll probably end up removing out some of the other unnecessary stuff here. And then I'll have it so that way, I'll set up the teleporter. So once the player teleports, the teleporter will automatically disable some level. And I'll have it do that so that way, that's all good. I wonder if the teleport is going to have to remain the persistent level. I think it will, because I think it's going to need to spawn in the instance level, and then it's going to need to despawn it. I do love the way that looks, too. It looks amazing. Like, it looks so much better, too, in this darker lighting as well, in my opinion. Because I like the colors and everything. Like, it just looks so good to me. It does still need a little bit of work, to be fair. Like, you can very clearly see like where I crop things out on the on the materials there. But other than that, I really like the way that looks. I also think I may want to change the way the light pulses as well. There's just a little bit I don't like about that, but overall, I think it looks amazing. Okay, so let's see, T_Atlas. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay. And let me go ahead and change this to the matte master. Go. This needs to change. Ooh. This needs to, come on. Change materials to this one. And I'm also going to decrease that outline thickness. Oh, well, that kind of broke things. Is that at least is that the really still working pretty well? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's do this then. We're gonna improvise a bit here. Actually, I might not be able to. Hold on. Oh, wait, normal. Oh, wait, there's a normal map associated with this too? Hold on. Let me see if I can put in that normal map and have it work. Use normal texture. I don't know if this is going to fix anything, but I'm going to try it real quick anyways. No, that just like broke everything. I think I'm gonna have to stick with using that old one. I think what I might have to do is come back and like retexture all this. Hello, combined potato. So right now I'm working on the dungeon generator. So most of the basic stuff is done at this point. I'm just trying to most of the basic stuff is done. I still need to add in like variation of enemies and weapons and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of the basic stuff is done. So at the moment, I'm just trying to get this to work, and I might have just ended up breaking things instead. Let me see. Let me see if I can find that material again. I think I know where it's at. Models. Here we go. Materials, Atlas. I think it was this one. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. Oh, that was the wall. That was the wall. Okay, good. Is this one? Let me see here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Now we're back to normal. And let me make sure real quick. This is, yeah, perfect. All in the green. Oh, what is this? That's a part of the room. I don't... Hold on. What happened here? Oh, there are corridors aligned next to each other. I thought I got rid of that. Okay. I'll have to figure out what's going on there. That looks like it might hopefully just be like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. Okay. Hopefully that's all good. Cool. I think I might have thought of a way too I can attach all these to the corridors too when they need to be. So at the moment, just a little bit of optimization. So at the moment, I'm just trying to make everything work pretty well. So I'm making sure the rooms will spawn with their interior elements correctly, which so far they are, which is good. and then trying to set this up. So starting next Friday, I'm going to have like all of my development builds as I'm developing the game. I'm going to have it available on itch.io. So I'm making sure just at the moment, at the very least, everything works, because I want for it to be as bug free as possible, and then hopefully I can get new bugs that I'm unaware of as other people are trying it. And yeah, and then you guys can also see everything as it's getting developed too, which is going to be awesome. So at the moment, just trying to optimize everything, get everything working. So all of this level, for example, like most of this needs to go because I'm not keeping most of this. This was just like a demo room that I had, and so I just used it. So most of this is going right now. And a lot of this is actually very, very poorly optimized. So I'm going to try. I think I can mostly fix this. Hold on. I jump in here and find the parent. Here we go. Rough. Is it really in the employee handbook? I don't know that I've ever actually seen the employee handbook for Valve. Yeah, that's part of why I want to start having it available early on too. It's going to be free, and I'm probably only going to have the first level, maybe two, because the main intention is I do want to get like legitimate feedback. See what needs to be improved, what still works poorly, what is still buggy as heck. Because I think I've managed to work out most of the bugs, and I know there's probably still a little bit of balancing that needs to happen, things like that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't know that was their motto, but that is a good motto to have, because I definitely agree that you need to test constantly. Okay, I think... Oh, perfect. It's all green. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, man. Except for this. I don't know. Oh, that's a particle effect. I'm not worried about that. It's small. This can go. We're not using that. So yeah, so it's going to be like really basic. I'm not going to have like all the models in and everything. As a matter of fact, I am working on some of the models right now. You guys will get to see those later. But yeah, I'm working on, I'll be, after this point, I'm basically going to be working on adding in all the elemental stuff. I'm going to be working on adding in the remaining weapons, adding in proper models for everything, all that kind of stuff. Gabe did say that testing was their secret weapon. I believe I have heard him say that before. It makes sense, too. I mean, I'm sure Half-Life Alyx, they were testing for like years. I at least heard that they were testing that for years before it actually came out. And that was an amazing game. It might have been short, which was my only disappointment with that. But it was a really well-done game, which is awesome. I'll leave that stuff in. Because all this stuff is being cleared out, and I'm going to be putting other stuff in here as I start developing it. Ooh. Oh, got some floating torches here. Oh yeah, I'll be excited. It's good. Like I said, the early version is still going to be like really bare bones. I don't even yet have the boss done, but I'm hoping to at least get some feedback on some of the gameplay stuff and all that. So hopefully it can be the best that it can possibly be, because I'm really excited for this. Yeah. What is this? What is this? What do I have here? It's a skylight. Do I want the skylight? I don't know that I need a skylight. It's an interior thing. Yeah, it has no effect over anything. That can go. Let's see. We don't need the plant. So yeah, basically, this probably isn't what the beginning stage is going to end up looking like. I actually have ideas to change this around quite a bit. It is still going to be like this general environment where it's like an inside pub area. But I'm basically going to have like a lot of different rooms for different things going on. And the portal over here is probably going to end up moving somewhere else and maybe even changing shape a bit to fit a little bit better. Oh, yeah, trimming all the fat. This is awesome. Yeah. Like I said, this was just a demo world too. So let's see, that can go. I'll go and remove the curtains. We don't need that. Or the paintings. I got ideas for all of this stuff, and it's all going away right now. I'll just remove that stool. Those tables can stay there. We don't need the bucket right now. Because a lot of this stuff, too, I also want to make it so players can actually pick it up and stuff. I think this was actually my older material that I had for outlines. Okay, I'll go and take that out. I'll leave this here for now. That can stay there. That can go. That can go. I'll go and leave that just because I'm too lazy to put in another wall. Actually, yeah, we'll go on. There we go. Ah, fits. Looks pretty good. Cool. And that can go. Looks so this looks so empty now. Oh man. Yeah, this looks so empty now. Oh well, it'll be fine. And then I'm also going to do this, because I would like for people to play with the weapons. Am I in the engine? I am in the engine, that's why. Weapons. Here we go. Here's our melee. Which actually, I need to do something to it real quick here in a second. Details. I want this just at -90. I'll just go and put 4 melee weapons and 4 pistols. Here we go. Which actually I do need to fix the pistol up too, just a bit. It's not grabbing at the correct angle. Other than that, it works well. 0, 90, 90. Cool. That should all work well. Let me see that. Oh, yeah, perfect. Oh, these are rolling around. Oh, I forgot about... Yeah, let me go and fix that real quick. Hold on. Grab this real quick. I had that in for testing as well. I just need to edit this. Blade hits. And I need to skip these 2 parts. I do want to eventually have like particle effects for when it's empty, but yeah. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, definitely having less going on will make things a lot easier to see what's going on. So my idea is, so later on, because I don't yet have all the models, and well, most of this works, I don't think it's yet ready. Later on, I'm going to have like a sort of chest for this world where you'll be able to store weapons that you find in the Altiverse. It'll basically come out to you. And I'm kind of thinking about doing something similar to, which I deleted. Where did it go? Meshes. These are all the corrupt meshes, which need to be deleted. I'm thinking for this world to do something similar to, if I can find it, here it is. This little weapon stand here for all the weapons that you collect in the Altiverse. Basically, they'll show up here. So I'm going to have a section for that. I want to have a section where you can customize your character. I'm working on a custom multiplayer setup that I'm designing specifically for this, and so I'll have to find some way to incorporate multiplayer into this, because my intention is I want for everything to be like seamless with one another. So if you were to, for example, if you wanted to join with another player, right? The problem with the only complaint that I have with Unreal's multiplayer setup is the way that it works. You basically get teleported into another world that's on like a dedicated server or someone's listen server. So there's like a freeze for at least a few seconds, maybe a minute, depending on how far away you are from the server and what world you're loading into, all that kind of stuff. So what I want to do is I'm developing my own multiplayer setup where you'll basically go in, you'll click a button, okay, for like just for a quick play, for example, because it's going to take me a lot longer to do everything else. You'll click a button and basically all the players will basically sort of construct into the world is the best way I can describe it. They'll basically construct into the world. There'll be maybe a little bit of lag while that spawning is happening and while it's catching up with everything that's going on. Anything, if you're joining someone else's world, if they've moved things around, it's basically going to be like glitches in the Matrix. So it's basically going to kind of like pixelate and then sort of show up somewhere else where it's supposed to be. All that kind of stuff. It's gonna look really, really cool. I'm actually really excited to see the co-op when it's done. And I am going to have on itch.io. I am going to have like I put together like just a very simple roadmap of how I expect for things to go throughout the rest of the year, or at least through November. I don't think I put December on there, but I expect to have like a rough roadmap of how things are going to go. So it's gonna look awesome. I'm really excited for the co-op part actually, because that part's gonna be a lot of fun. I already have the connection part done. I just don't yet have data being sent back and forth, and that's going to be the next step there. I'm working on it a little bit at a time. So yeah. Cool. I think everything is actually pretty good. It looks like we're pretty well optimized. Shaders look fantastic. Aside from these, why are these all terrible? These are just standard. These are just standard blank materials too. I don't yet have the designs in for these materials. You know what? It's these. It'll be fine. They're small. It should be pretty well done. Cool. Let me see. Let's jump back into the test level real quick. There's meshes, materials, low poly. Here we go. Levels. All right. Let's see here. So, I think honestly we're pretty well. I think we're pretty well good. So here's a little tease too on what it's going to look like. So I came up with this little idea, okay? I'm still testing it just a little bit. So you can't, I don't know if you can very clearly tell what this is, but that is this little crane right here. So if you guys follow me on Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, I post like little, I post like little tidbits, things that I'm doing, usually for Altiverse, but sometimes for other stuff too. That is this little crane here. So I've been putting together a photogrammetry setup. And that's actually why I was disassembling that hard drive. I wasn't able to find the motors that I had for my Raspberry Pi, the servos. And so, but basically I'm going to set up a low photogrammetry setup. And that was just taken with my phone. It was probably like 300 pictures. I'm going to set it up so that way, using like a Raspberry Pi or an old Mac or something like that, because I have like a couple of them now. And I'm going to basically take it, so it'll take any object, rotate it around an area, take all the shots. I have a photogrammetry software on my computer. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Mesh something. And yeah, this needs to be worked on just a little bit. This isn't what's going to end up looking like. Will I be hiring? So I am planning to... I am definitely planning on hiring for some things. The only problem right now is I don't yet have a lot of financing for this, and that's also on the roadmap. I am going to be looking to get some funding so that way I can hire. I actually tried for the Epic Mega Grants maybe a month or two ago. I think it might have been 2 months ago. So I'm hoping, seeing that I've got a lot more done now, Um, it might give me a bit more of a leg up. We'll see. Because they didn't really tell me what I did wrong, so I don't know if it was just that I wasn't far enough along or that I didn't yet have anything publicly available or what the deal was. Uh, so, yeah, I am going to be, once I get some more financing, yes, I am going to be looking to hire people to do at least some parts, mostly modeling, sound design, the artistic stuff that I'm a lot worse at. Um, so yes, I am going to be looking to hire people to help me out with this as soon as I have more financing to help out with all that. But yeah, I think the origami style. I think that's gonna look really really cool. This was like my fourth or fifth attempt, and this actually came out a lot better than the first several. I think this was my fourth attempt. Yeah, it still needs a bit of work. It doesn't look great, but but it was a lot better than my first couple of versions. There's like chunks and stuff missing, and I think that's because the lighting was incorrect. And you can see the underside is shadowed, and that's probably something I'm gonna do differently. I'm probably going to end up just focusing on the model, and then I'll basically just in Engine or like in Blender, I'll texture it just like a solid color, so that way if there is any shadow, it just gets removed. Except for maybe a few. But the weapons are going to be the next ones that I'm going to be working on. The weapons and the enemies, which will be awesome. So I'm basically going to be using this style of material here with this style of model. Actually, I'm curious. Let me see if I can do this real quick, actually. Let me find this model material. I actually kind of want to see what this looks like. Hold on. I'm going to take this. Let's do this, actually. Blueprint. Nope, not material. I need a material instance. O1 is what we'll call this one. Let me go and drop this in here real quick. Hold on. Not that. Details. Okay, so yeah, it's like weirdly all split in two. Let's do another material instance. Two. That one could go in there. Let's go and save those real quick. Okay, this is going to be under Matte Master. I'm gonna decrease this outline just a bit. Let's do 0.2 here. Save that. Matte Master. Same here. 0.2. Oh, it's got set to 01. That works. See here. This one is 02. Ooh. I hate that it does that. Every time I hit Control Space, it like tabs out instead. And actually, I don't want this to be world aligned. Actually, I wonder if that's why I was having an issue before. I had it world aligned. That's why. Oh, I'm so mad now. I bet that's why it wasn't working before with the wood posts. Save all this. Okay. I mean, I think if it was smoothed out a bit more, this might actually end up looking pretty nicely. Let me grab actually this light. I feel like when you have different color lights, this actually turns out looking a lot better. Like you can see it a lot more clearly. Yeah, I think if I were to smooth this out a lot more, it would turn out a lot better. I do kind of like the general design though. Especially because if you look like real close to the edge, you can very clearly see too where the lines end, and that's really what I wanted to look for too. I think so long as I get the photogrammetry set up down correctly, that'll look a lot better. Looks cool as hell. I mean, hey, if you do want to like message me through through like the VR Playground website or through Discord, I mean, I'm willing to hear you out if you actually did want to do parts of this, um, especially because I would like to see if I can get like other better designs too for some of this. Oh yeah, but I like the way this looks. This does look pretty good. So long as I smooth this out, fix up the photogrammetry setup, which I think I've now gotten to a point where it's going to work really, really well. Yeah, yeah, UV. Yeah, it's going to take me a little bit, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm so happy with this. This is going to have to change as well. Probably just a little bit, but all right, let's go and remove these two real quick. Perfect. Awesome. This is going to be for one of the effects later. Oh no, did I just crash it? All I did was click on it by mistake. Oh, I might have just crashed the engine. It froze. Where my mouse is all the way up here. Oh, I might need to restart this real quick. Oh yeah, I did. Oh no. Dude, it's a Vulkan issue again. Hold on. Actually, can I do this? Hold on. Because I think I had this issue before. If I continue, will it work again? That's the wrong thing. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know why that happens. I had this issue before where whenever I dragged a mesh into the level, it would freeze up too, and I had to go in there and like just hit continue in Visual Studios. I don't know why. It's such a weird issue. It's looking good though. Looking real good. All right, let's do this real quick. Last little thing before I start testing everything. Or I guess not testing, but like getting everything set up. So if I jump over here on any damage, here we go. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's do health. So every hit's going to do 30 damage. So I'm going to do this. We're going to do a float. I'm just going to give this like a standard 30 for now. Health minus set health. And if this becomes less than or equal to 0, then we're going to destroy reactor. Perfect. And then, hold on, edit physical animation. And if I jump over here, this down. Actually, this can go too. I don't need that. Let me make sure this will all work. I think it was begin area physics, if I recall. Yeah, begin area physics here. Here. Get hit. This will just be a quick little thing here. Okay, we get the hit component, cast to physical animation. If cast failed, we're just going to return the node. But But if cast hits, we want to begin area physics. Begin area physics. And the hit bone is going to be... I think this one. Perfect. And that's going to be for the swords. Should be awesome. Yeah, I know. I see the reason it's low poly like this is I actually ended up decimating it in Blender. I think I actually did it kind of poorly. So it didn't end up nearly as well as it should have been. Actually, I might be able to open the original. Hold on. What was it called? Mushroom. Here we go. So if I open this real quick, I think I can open up the original real quick. Hold on. Open desktop. Mushroom Crane 4. I think it was this one. Yeah, here we go. So this is what it ended up looking like before. I'll remove that. So this is what it ended up looking like before. I hate the way this controls. I have so much trouble controlling this. Hold on. See if I can get this a little better. I can't even easily rotate this around. It like rotates me around all weird. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so this is what the original ended up looking like right out of Mushroom. So I ended up just trying to decimate it because I wanted to try and keep a relatively low poly count since this is also going on the Quest 2. I think if I ended up doing this a lot better, which I think my next version will turn out a lot better, I think this would have... I don't know that I would have ended up with such a bad decimation result. Which actually, I'm decimating it here too, which probably doesn't help. But, so I think I'm just going to end up decimating it only in Blender if I need to at all. I'm going to see if I can get away without having to do it. So this is just kind of what it ended up looking like straight out of Mushroom. You could see a lot of this was just because I missed pictures at certain points. I did this all by hand too, so I don't have like the fully proper setup just yet. I'm still working on getting that all perfectly right. Is it the hip bone? Hold on. I thought both would work. Yeah, we'll go and try the hip bone then. Because I just need the hip bone name. And that's just going to be for the blade. I don't remember what I had here. I think I had something there. Cool. Yeah, like I said, this still needs a little bit of work, but I am pretty happy with this for the most part. I think it's going to end up looking really, really good once I get this down right. Worst case scenario, I may end up hiring an actual 3D modeler to do this instead of going with my little origami route here. Perfect. All right. Is my stream a little bit behind? I feel like my stream might be a little bit behind. Yeah. All right. Yes, and don't worry, I do still have it saved as an OBJ, and I can always just re-render it. It does take a. Oh, is that how you set up the pivot point? I'm still trying to learn how to use Mushroom, so I'm still trying to figure all that out. I'm like slowly figuring it out while trying to do all this. I didn't realize that's how you set the pivot point. Yes. Trying to close all this down. Yes. I was legitimately just pivoting it in Blender. That's just how I was doing it. I was just taking like the original image, exporting it into Blender, and then doing all the fixes that I needed to there. And that was how I was doing that. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I'm still learning how it all works. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember why this one's so dark. I don't know what I did to that one. Yeah, now it's a little screwy still too. Real quick, actually. Since I think I figured out what went wrong with that. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I wanted to be here. So what I wanted to do real quick, hold on. You know what? It's not really that important. It'll work well enough. Perfect. So that's what I did at the moment. I had just like a little stool, but which I was still rotating by hand, which probably doesn't help. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get like just a little turntable that I can use. Because part of the problem too that I noticed when using a turntable, I don't know if you noticed in Mushroom, I put it on a blanket. It's like an old blanket that I had that had like a picture on it, like someone had sewn. I think it was like a boat or something onto it. And the reason I actually did that is because when I was looking into how photogrammetry works, it needs like some constant surface there. So I also need to print off or get in some other way a picture or something that that I would easily be able to capture it like in every shot too. Because from what I was looking up, like you can't do it very well if you just like put this against a green screen back and a green screen surface. You actually need like something on that surface. So I actually, what I was going to do is I had like a picture. Well, like I said, I don't have a ton of money at the moment, so I'll have to wait until I have a little bit more money to start hiring people. So. Yeah, if you want to talk, okay. Yeah, if you really want, you just message me through Discord or something. We could talk about work and all that later on. So yeah, I think this is looking pretty good though. So I originally said I was going to put this out on Friday. I might actually see if I could put this out a little bit earlier next week. Maybe I'll even see if I can do it this weekend. Oh, is it? Oh. You have a different username. I didn't realize that was you. All right. Well, I'm happy with this for now. Uh, I think I'm gonna go and end off the live stream. I think I'm gonna see if I could start putting some of this together in packages so I could start uploading it to Itch. Still a little rough here in places, but for the most part, I think it's looking pretty good. And I'll probably go and see if I could get started on some of the elemental stuff, the different weapons, the AI, all that kind of stuff. Um, all right, man. I appreciate it. All right. It's still got a long way to go, but I'm proud of where this is at so far. All right, sounds good. Yeah, you have a good one, all right? And I don't know if we have anybody else in the chat, but if we do, I hope you guys all have a good day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. And yeah, hope to see you guys back here again.